When I was 18 years old, I took a trip. It was the first time I'd ever gone so far away from home for such a long time totally alone. I went hiking and camping in a canyon. In this particular canyon, the trail would go from well delineated to barely recognizable every few feet. And as you can imagine, at some point, I got off the trail and found myself pretty well lost. And I was scared. I distinctly remember standing there, feeling my heart beat in my chest, a frog in my throat, wide-eyed, and being perplexed at how just a little trail, a pile of rocks, some scuff marks in the dirt made me feel safe and peaceful. Take those away, and it's not fun anymore. In a lot of ways, Jesus is like those trail markers. We were created to bear the image of God. Well, what does that look like? Where's that path? The Bible calls Jesus the image of God and calls us to take on His image. He's doing it right. He's walking the path. Like breadcrumbs or footprints in the mud, when we look at the life of Jesus, the perfect image bearer, we find the trail, the ways illuminated. And so, what do we see when we listen to what Jesus taught? When we look at the life Jesus lived? We see holiness. We see perfection, perfect obedience, yes, but not just doing the right things rightly, from a pure heart, for pure reasons. When we look closely at the life and teaching of Jesus, it becomes painfully evident that He was unflinchingly occupied with establishing and cultivating an intimate relationship with His followers. So, in a mysterious way, Jesus is both the path and the way back to the path. We want to love our Savior. We know the safety and peace there is in His arms. And when we look to our Savior, we learn how to love Him. We find our way back. In chapter 4, we want to sharpen our focus even more. We've looked at the image of God in creation and then seen that idea carried through the scriptures right into the very gospel message. Now we're going to look at one person, the perfect image bearer, and ask, what can I learn about image bearing from the image himself?